Yo, what up guys, Brief 5D here, and this is a champion guide or champion spotlight for Skytouched Shaman. This idea came about from Rat right there, where that's 2 months ago when he requested to see a champion guide for this awesome champion Skytouched Shaman, but I never really had the chance or the opportunity to do it. I did add it to my list. I did take this champion to 60, fully booked, has just been sitting there until today, the release of the latest content for Raid Shadowlands, that is the new dungeon boss, is what inspired me to do this champion guide today, because that is where I'm gonna be using it, because I don't like to do champion guides on champions that I'll just push back into the vault. I like to build champions that I actually use in the game. So this is what motivated me to do Skytouched Shaman today. And if you do not know, this champion is from the Barbarian faction, an epic champion, easily obtainable sort of, and is sort of a healer or a reviver for your team, basically a support champion. So this is what she brings to the team right here. This one removes all debuffs from all allies. That's one thing. That's a full team cleanse. That's what she's gonna do. And then she places a block debuff buff and a revive on death for 2 entire turns. So as if the block debuff buff was not enough, the revive on death is what really draws people in. So many things she's bringing to the table. Do you need somebody to cleanse your team? That she's there for you. Do you need somebody to place block debuff buff so you don't take a bunch of debuff from the enemy? She's there to also help you. Then last of all, do you need somebody to place that revive on death, so if you're about to go down, you just come back to life again? Maybe hopefully not to go back to death again. So that's the 3 things she brings in there. This skill is the thing that 99% of players who build this champion will use her just because of this A2. But the problem I have with this champion, why I didn't use her all this time, is because this skill is on a 4-turn cooldown. Yes, usually in PvP content you just need to use it once, but in PvE content where I'm currently concentrated in, you need to use this skill a lot of times, and it's not available because it's on a 4-turn cooldown when booked. So on the passive though, a bunch of things are happening with the passive. She'll put fear on herself, but she does have a little bit of healing coming in from this passive. If you have the right masteries, the healing will also make a lot of sense. So on the A1 also have a healing that can also boost a turn meter if her boost turn meter by 20% instead if the champion is above 50% HP. Yes, so all this is side attractions. The main thing I build this champion for is this A2. That's why you see me head right to it and talk about it as if I've been using this champion for years. No, today I just built her, I tested her out, and it seems like she's doing this job perfectly just for me. So another champion that people like to compare with is Mitrala Lifebane. Now, if you do have a Mitrala, you know that she does have a cleanse and place some buffs too. But the only thing she's missing from that skill is that revive on death. So that might be the selling point where this champion comes in clutch over a Mitrala Lifebane. Another champion that is kind of similar to this in terms of let's not go into other champions. Let's just focus on the one that we are here for, right? All right. So let's head over to how I build this champion, and I'm going to be testing her in the majority of the content that a lot of players want to see her used in right now, which is the newest dungeon boss. So let me first of all head over to my champion build and see how I built her, and I explain why I use that type of artifact set on her. So let me sort by recently used. And there she is in all her glory. A nice champion avatar. You think she's almost a legendary, but the avatar doesn't match her outfit right here. It looks like a different champion, but you have to look closer to see that the face actually matches. See? They took the picture from a side profile. She almost looked like an orc, but she's a barbarian. Alright. So the champion, the artifact set I did give to this champion is Relentless set, and I'll explain why. Don't rush and give yours to Relentless set. No, calm down. This champion is a supporting champion. That means HP, defense, speed is the #1 priority on this champion. Speed. You want her going fast enough to, so that especially in PvE content, so that revive on death will be available again for you to use. That is the only reason why I put this champion in Relentless set. Now, if you're going to be using this champion in content like the Hydra, Relentless set will also be awesome right there, because it means that your revive on death or that your cleanse will be happening a lot more often than you anticipated, right? So that's why I put her in a Relentless set, because I'm going to be using this champion in the Hydra and in the latest boss that just came out. The Necropolis, let's just call it that, the Sand Devil. So we're going to be using her in those 2 content. That is what I built her for. That is why this relentless set is awesome for her. Now, if you do not have a relentless set, if you're new to raid, you don't have good ones. Remember, when I say relentless set, don't just give her something that will give her 100 speed in relentless set. If the speed doesn't make sense, don't use the set. Go for something else that makes sense in terms of speed. How much speed do you need? 200, 250, 300, as much as you can. If you are doing 150 speed, that's not good set for you right there. You rather go with all speed artifacts if you're new to the game. Speed, triple speed set will work perfectly. This champion does not need accuracy in her build at all. From all the skills we saw, she's not placing any debuffs on the enemy, so she does not need accuracy. Therefore, you have enough. You shouldn't even use perception. That's what it means, I guess. I wanted to mention perception, but no need for accuracy at all. Speed set is a good one. So what if you don't have good relentless set and you don't have good speed set? Then go to the dragon and farm more speed set. I think that's the best set for her, those two. Now, if you're in her old days, let's just say last year, when this champion was being used a lot in raid, she was best known to be put in immunity set. This was her best set by all means. But this is 2022, almost 2023. Things have changed. Mitrala has taken her place in the arena, mostly because Mitrala can almost impossible to be debuffed. Why even this Skytouched Shaman with her immunity, most people with high accuracy will still be able to debuff her. Stone Skin has taken over everything. So this set on Mitrala, if you're going to be using her for PvP content, you don't care about this new necropolis, you don't care about Hydra for her, you don't use her in any content, you just want to build her for PvP. Let's say you don't have a Mitrala yet, or you want a second champion like Mitrala to do a cleanse when your teams get debuffed in the arena, so you can go in and nuke, right? A stall team, or you go second team like that. This set is still very viable. I did actually consider it while building this champion. I was like, I'm currently building her for PvP. Why not also build her for PVE instead? But I just decided against it and went towards a build that will work strictly for PVE. So remember, immunity set is not that good. It's not great for PVE content, but this for PvP content, it's where it shines, so people can debuff you and she just cleanses everything. So over there, she's not known for her revive on death on PvP, but in PvE is the revive on death and the cleanse that she's well known for. Of course, the block debuff buff also. So those are the two sets that I will consider for it. If you don't have good immunity set, I don't know what to tell you. You have different ways to go high resist. People go high resist on her, but for the PvE content I'm going to be using her in, I did not go high resist, which will be seen because she's not strictly, even with her debuff on her, she can still do a cleanse. That's what I love about her. So of course, if it's a fear, she might lose her turn and all that, which she actually places on herself, which is kind of annoying. All right, I've shown you the suggested artifact set on this champion, and from her skill we can see that she's not going to be bringing damage to this team, mostly because her A1 is just a little hit. He also heals based on, which one heals based on the damage she does. This one 15% of the damage inflicted, not that much. So crit rate and crit damage is not a priority. That's what I'm trying to say. So this skill doesn't hit at all, right? So there's no need. The only damage that she does is on this A1. Therefore, there's no need to take this champion toward a damage build. Because how many times we should be doing this A1? Often though. So this champion is also perfect for this set that Frenzy. Is it Frenzy? No, it's not Frenzy. Let me scroll to the set. I forget. Reflex, yes. Because she has just one skill right there. The A1 and the A2. If you put Reflex set on her, you have a very, very high chance that A2 will always be refreshing and available for you to use again, just like I use it on my Geo, right? Geomancer. So that's how it will work on her. Perfect candidate for reflex sets, so that A2 can always reset and be available for you to use again. So relentless, reflex, end game builds. Beginner build, just go all speed. Now let me flex some of my artifacts before I show you the total stats. I was going for HP and defense survivability because I didn't want her to be the one of the first to go down. I want her to be like a reviver who is supposed to survive longer than all your other squishier damage dealers. So I was going for HP and speed, a little bit of defense. The defense is not that high though. See, I was going for speed and everything, and HP if I don't find speed. Triple roll on HP right there. So the last set is not even matching, but it works. Since she doesn't need accuracy at all, I went towards the HP and more speed over there, and defense. So she does do damage based on attack on that A1, but I wasn't looking for it. It just happens that attack came around. And then defense over here also. For a total stats, I was able to get up to 68k HP. Yes, I know that she will survive a little bit longer than other champions with 68k HP, because they might have way less than that, 30-40k, while she's chilling very high. And then 3600 defense right there. 259 speed is average, I guess. I was about 200. I didn't like the build, so I had to come over here to relentless and of course use gear that I was not using on any other champions. That's the whole purpose. I wasn't trying to build and impress you guys with a 300 speed and Skytouched Shaman. No, I didn't steal gear from anybody as usual. This is a realistic build that I'm going to be using on this champion on my account. No crit rate, no crit damage right there. Like you see, no resistance also. Now for Hydra, resistance might be important, especially if you don't have a champion that is going to be targeted by that head that likes to steal lots of buff. So accuracy not needed. It just happens that I got this amount right there. That's my total stat on this champion. If I head over to my masteries, you see me going towards this one that will help her get more turn meter. That's the important part of it right here. Increase this champion's turn meter by 20% whenever an ally hero drops below 20-25%. So she'll be getting that boost of turn meter. This is also on the Elhade's website. You can find it out. There's a different mastery for high resist build, different mastery if you're going PVE content, maybe the Hydra, where you need her to actually have War Master to add to your damage. That will depend whether you have enough damage coming in. If you have enough damage, high damage dealers, you don't need her to be in War Master. You need her to do her supporting role perfectly for them by being in support and defense. So it's all up to you whether you want to go to offense 3 or go defense and support. For me, I don't need her for damage. I have my HP born champion. I have Geomancer. I have other champions doing damage. We'll see her in the run. So I don't need her for any damage at all. So this will also help her get some time. Another important mastery, if you're going towards the support 3, if you don't want to copy exactly, this is kind of important. Has a 30% chance of extending the duration of any buff cast by this champion. It will not extend the revive on death. No, don't get excited. It won't. But at least it will extend the debuff buff that she plays, the block debuff buff that she plays. At least that one should be extended, so your allies will not take a little bit of debuffs from the enemies. So that's the main one that should be extended by this mastery selection. All right, that's my mastery. Let's head over to some content now. I'm not going to be showing this champion in every content. I'm talking about dungeons, Hydra. No, I'm only interested in one place that I built her for right now. And let's head over to that new dungeon right now in Racial Legends and test her in that content. It's just unlocked today, and she is one of the champions that I'm going to be featuring this entire week as champions that you'll be using for this boss. Now, a lot of people are saying since level 10 is the easiest one in terms of the number of energy required and the reward, therefore there's no need to go up to 8. So let's head over to level 7 right there, which is she's void affinity. So it doesn't matter because she's not doing anything on the enemies, but this is the team I put together which can maybe help. What you're seeing me bringing here is she keeping everybody alive. Now I brought in this other champion, what's her name now, Godseeker. So if she goes down, Godseeker can bring her back to life. So yes, this type of battle you need 2 revivers, not just one. So both of them paired together will work just fine. So let's do a test run. I'll let it run all the way to the end because we want to actually see what happens. I've set my AI presets right here so they don't take a turn in the first go. They let the boss put himself to sleep first, and then Lydia just wasted her decreased defense and weakening, which I needed. Everybody's supposed to start with their A1, but Lydia is also in relentless set. Now I'm looking forward to Skytouched Shaman getting extra turns. That is what I'm really looking forward to right here. So he has put himself to sleep. Sometimes she wasted her revive on that. Now I'm trying to add more debuff on him, even if I know this sleep will not, he's already asleep. I just trying to add more debuff. But she is here. She just missed her turn, which is that thing she does to herself, and I hate it. Let's go. That's a big heal. Now my Geomancer is looking red, and this is the damage that comes in when there's a lot of debuffs on this boss. Let's see if she can do it this time. Yes. So if the boss hits you hard right now and anybody goes down, they will just prop themselves back to life. I will not explode my... Is he about to cleanse? He removes all debuffs. Yes, he's about to remove the debuffs, so let me just... No. Let me take the damage. Bombs. So he can cleanse those ones, but I didn't want him to cleanse the bombs. That's why I detonated them. So she's getting some healing from this other healer. But nobody can heal Geomancer because of his turn meter stuff that he did to the boss. I'm about to put the boss to sleep again if my turn comes around. I've not seen her take one extra turn though, except when she got that fear on herself. Come on, let's go. Now she's about to do the revive on death. Hopefully soon we can speed tune this boss and know when to use this revive on death. Obviously, if you use it on a relentless set, it will come in inconsistently at different times. So it's something that is supposed to be available at all times whenever the boss is supposed to do his big hits. So far it has happened once, and when it happened, the boss big hits, we had the revive on death on us, which is a good thing. Geomancer just wasted his HP burn. We're about to get a big hit right now on us, and I don't have revive on death. But that's why we have another healer, just in case. Now, if this was extremely higher stages, this run, people would have been going down, falling left and right, and her revive on death, and together with this other champion, we'll be able to keep them alive. So, but right now, this is just stage 7. That's why it seems like her revive on death is not doing anything. But I tell you, it's extremely important when you go to higher stages. So, maybe I'll put her in my Hydra team, because I do have to fight the Hydra as part of an advanced mission tonight, and maybe I'll test her out in that content to see if she's viable right there. This has gone to a 3 minutes run. It's only a 3 minutes because I did not bring in huge damage dealers, right? Even the boss is healing a little bit. I didn't bring a heal reduction champion. So I just wanted to put a squishy team, even put an attack champion in the leader slot, hoping that people will go down, but they're still too tanky to go down. Nobody went down. Too bad. Slept again. Come on, let's end this boss. There we go. Now we can do more damage. Oh, he's already awake. Yes, that's the big damage I'm looking at right there. Anyways, that's what this champion brings to a team like this. If your team is going down, she'll be able to revive them. You need a second reviver. It's not just she that can get the job done. Reflex sets, relentless sets, awesome right there. Because it's not a damage dealer, there is really no damage test to show you. I don't want to take her into Dragon and show you. But if you run her in Dragon with your other champions, she'll be doing, let's say you don't have a Seal the Drake yet, or you don't want to use Seal, she'll be keeping your enemy, your team alive to, place that revive on death, so if they are going down, you can bring them back up. For a Hydra, no, not a Doom Tower. For a Hydra team like this, I just show a sample team that I might want to run her in. I will not do the actual run. Let me do my Hydra team. Who should I take out and replace her with? Anybody that is doing that revive for me or healing. In this case, it is Rector Drat. That is the position she will, take over. Usually, you don't want to run 2 of them in a team like this. Although I'm running Ugo and Rector. Rector is Ugo is there for decrease defense, and that block buff debuff. So on a second team like this, who should I replace her with? I'll probably replace her with Mitrala. So every team needs that healer reviver right there, and Mitrala is being supported by what's this turtle, right? And then on the third team, who should I replace her with? Obviously Abita. So in every team that you need a reviver and a healer, she can come in. Now I've come across some Mitralas, some Skytouched Shaman in the arena that could not even be killed, or in PVE waves, in the Doom Tower waves, that whenever they take a turn, they just heal. I'm like, why? Where is this healing coming from? Her passive healing is awesome. That A1 healing is also awesome. Even when she doesn't take a turn, once it just happens. So sometimes it can be so much, especially with the right mastery set on her. So don't overlook this champion. I overlooked her for long because I had better options. But right now there's a content in raid that requires me to use her, and that's why I build her for, and I've shown you that run, what she's going to be doing for my team, especially when I start going to the higher, more difficult stages where people will be falling down and she will just be reviving them back again along with an extra healer. Let me know what other content you use this champion in, because obviously I didn't use her for long because I didn't have content to try her in, or I didn't want her in any of those content. I had other options to use right there. So let me know. Maybe I'll test her out in the Hydra against some teams. Definitely not in the dungeon. She doesn't belong in that type of team. But if she's your only reviver or a healer, bring her in there and use her. Skytouched Shaman, welcome to my teams. Hopefully you don't disappoint me in this new dungeon boss where I built you for. And as we go along and find different ways to use other champions that can also do revive on deaths, we'll also find other ways or other areas to use that also. Hit that like button for me in this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Raid Challenges content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Comment below which champion I should do a guide on next. Good night, guys.